Welcome back everybody. So this is gonna be a quick update video for you guys on stock market, and before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to get my daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and you want to support the channel, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. Dow is up 0.20%, Nasdaq going absolutely flat on the day, same thing goes for S&P, absolutely flat on the day, and Russell actually going down today 0.72%. And here's 11 sectors that makes up S&P 500 on top. We got leading the way basic materials, consumer cyclical, energy, consumer defensive, communication services, healthcare. On bottom, lagging behind utilities, industrials, technology. And what we got here on stock market map. Now first of all, I actually made a video including this stock CRM, so it's gonna be on my channel. Go ahead and check it out. And this thing exploded today guys, up another 2.63%. and I'm telling you guys, whenever you see a big dip on a big company, I mean, yes, things can happen with news and earnings, but these are always great buying opportunity. And you can see, I mean, when I got the dip, this thing was down what, 17-18%, and now within just few days this thing exploded. Today almost 250 from 216 on CRM. Now Nvidia was down over 3%. Well, another day on Nvidia, and we got one more day to go guys, and the split will happen Monday. Tomorrow is the last day. Nvidia will be trading near 1200, so this is it. The hype and the pump and all that is gonna be gone after the split. This thing will move like a snail, so watch out. This could be a market stopping event going into next week when Nvidia gets the split, and this thing would not move anymore, at least the way this thing is moving as of right now. Microsoft going flat, Apple down 0.70%, Google up 0.72%, Meta was up 1% but gave away all the gains, and you guys will see that play in this video that I actually took on Meta, down 0.26%, Amazon up 2%, Tesla finally up 1.65%, and the energy sector, we got XOM and Chevron, both are up over 0.5% on the day. Triple Q going absolutely flat on the day, but if you look at my screen right here on this 5-minute chart, you can see basically nothing going on. Lot of chop today, just back and forth, 463, 462, and then coming back up to 463. That's all we did today on Triple Q. Now if you look at my screen, well, nothing looking like we're gonna get a pullback anytime soon. We got some key data coming out tomorrow morning, so that could be a catalyst for a pullback. Also, Nvidia's run is over. After the split, you're not going to see Nvidia going up 50-60 bucks again anytime soon. It's gonna take months for that to happen, right? So Nvidia, the game is over. The question is, who's gonna take over from Nvidia stock? Is it Tesla? Is it actually Meta, Microsoft, maybe even Apple? Who's gonna take over from Nvidia stock and keep this market up and high for the rest of the year? Because right now Nvidia will definitely not play a big role after the split. Even though it's gonna be a big company, it's gonna move, but it's gonna move like a snail. So who's going to take over? We need to find out in next few sessions after the split. Is it gonna be Meta, or what other stock can actually do that? Because this entire market holding up on one stock, not because of Apple, Microsoft, Meta, and all that. Nope. Just one stock, Nvidia. Nvidia goes up, things will stay green, and market will stay green all the time. And this is exactly what we got yesterday. Massive explosion over 1200, and even this morning it was up like 2.5%. And then finally we saw some profit taking on Nvidia stock, and guess what? Soon as Nvidia came back, Triple Q turned red and came down to 462. So going into next few sessions here on Triple Q, we need to watch this previous all-time high as a support, and top of this bearish engulfing candle, which is at 460. So that is gonna be a key line in the sand for Triple Q to hold on a pullback, 460. Because if that gives up, we can drop down to 456.22. And don't forget, this thing gapped up. So we do have a small gap right here on this hourly time frame at 455-ish. So yes, that can happen on triple Q. We could see a gap fill right here at some point. But as of right now, there is no signs of a pullback and things are just pushing even higher. Now, 460 gives up. Like I said, there will be a pullback down to these two moving averages right here. 456 down to even 455 to 452.98, 20 SMA on this daily time frame. But as long as triple Q can stay above 460, guys, things can push back up to 465. And the next stop here on triple Q, as long as this Bollinger Band expands even higher, this thing can move all the way up to $476. And I think it's not going to happen this week, but triple Q can actually stay above 460. That is a possibility that can happen in next few sessions on triple Q, the way this thing is going up. But also keep that in mind, Nvidia, the game is over. From Monday, the split will happen, and tomorrow is the last day for Nvidia stock to run. And who knows, it may not even run tomorrow. We might get a pullback. So be careful trading in this kind of environment with the data coming out also early in the morning tomorrow. And here's my X account, and if you guys are on there, definitely give me a follow. And there is no subscription, nothing here on X, is totally free, and you can always ask me a question if you have right here on X. And here's a fantastic swing trade, and unfortunately, because it was a bit pricey, not a lot of people actually got in here on PANW. And look at this trade, guys, on June 4th, right here. I took these calls right here, 320 strike, and it was right down here with this candle. And now today, almost 300, sold pretty much at the top. They were only $7.25 a piece, and now they actually went over 1100 a piece. So this was a fantastic swing trade, made a lot of money on PANW. So all these trade ideas are available on Patreon. Daily trade ideas, swing trade ideas, live trading, and especially if you're serious about trading, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. On SPY ETF, also on my last video, I gave you guys a target 535, and that is a fresh new all-time high, and we got up there today, guys. 535 plus, and then we got a pullback, and now trading just under 535. So 535 breaks, this thing can easily go up to 540. But below 535, watch out for a pullback, possibly down here at 533, and below that we will also have support at 530. Rising 5-day moving average, and this consolidation right here at 530 should be a strong support. Now, if that gives up also, we also have support down here at 527.56, and then previous all-time highs right here, 524 to 525. Until that level breaks, definitely it's looking bullish for more upside, and as long as this thing can stay above, I would say 530 to 533. Things can push back up to 535 again, and soon as that breaks, watch out for a move up to 540 on SPY ETF. On DIA, it's up 0.21%, so something interesting happening here on DIA. We saw Nasdaq 100 and S&P 500 both hitting all-time highs, except Dow Jones not really hitting all-time highs. It's still about $12, $13 away from all-time highs. We got a nice juicy pullback on DIA, and now, you can call this a mini bear flag. And I hate to say it, guys, bear flags don't play out nowadays. Bear flags actually play out to the upside. We do have this kind of a bear flag, or you can call this a rising wedge right here, this pattern. And you can see it's trading within this range, and so far there is no breakout to the upside yet. And also there is no breakdown. It's actually making higher lows and higher highs on this daily time frame as we go up to this 390.59 today, and finding resistance at 13 SMA and pulling back and trading at 389.33 at the closing. So for tomorrow's session right here on DIA, there will be strong support at 388, and below that down here 384. To the upside, 389 to 390 can break. Watch out for a move up to 20 SMA, 392.31, And above that level, this thing can push possibly back up to all-time highs again, which is going to be around 400 to 401. On IWM, it's down 0.72%, so kind of a weird day here in the market where we saw everything else pretty much holding up, and IWM gave away all the gains from yesterday and down almost 1%. At one point, it was down to 202, and now we do have this gap down here still. We saw Triple Q coming down and filling that gap at what, 446, SPY coming down and filling that gap at 423 or 523. But here in this case, IWM came down but not filling this gap at 200. So now it's holding above 50 SMA, which is sitting at 202.72, and that's going to be your line in the sand for tomorrow. Below that, you're going to see a drop down to 201 and then this gap at 200. To the upside, now IWM needs to get that breakout over 205.58 right here above these moving averages, and then IWM can continue this move to the upside back up to 208 and possibly even 210. On VIX, it's down 0.40%, and this thing getting absolutely decimated. Again, under 13 bucks. So here on VIX, guys, nothing, no fear is out there. Until this thing breaks 13 and holds 13, not even moving any higher. So watch out, 13 needs to break, and then you're going to see 14.24 up to even 15. And above 15, I said the same thing before, that would be a breakout on VIX for more upside. Until then, watch out the resistance right here at 13 bucks. But if this thing cannot clear 13, and you can see clearly not even getting up to 13 today, then watch out for continuation to the downside and possibly will retest this low down here, 11.52 on VIX. So the dollar also falling off the cliff, and that is why it's actually helping S&P 500 to move even higher. And you can see, I mean, this thing again, it was up today and then gave away all the gains and now down red for the day. And the next support here on dollar, it's going to be around 103.94 to 104, which is holding into closing. Now dollar needs to get above 104.48, and that is when you're going to see a move possibly up to 105, and then we can talk about any more upside. Until then, you need to watch the support 104 and then all the way down here 103.58, and now lower Bollinger Band actually coming down. So that means what? Maybe dollar gets another flush all the way down to 103.58 before getting any bounce to the upside. But also keep that in mind, dollar touching lower Bollinger Band right here, right here, right here, right here, and what happens next? Big bounce to the upside. But for that to happen, it needs to get above 104.48, and then you're going to see dollar going up even higher. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.